Latent class analysis is a statistical method that classifies cases into latent classes. Now, people watching this video might go, well, hey, what on earth is a latent class and what is a case? So to help illustrate that, I've got a few coins over here that represent cases. Now, usually in survey data, a case is an individual or a person. But over here, we're pretending that a case is a coin. And over here, I've got a £1 coin, a 50p coin, a 10p coin, and a 1p coin. There are many ways of classifying these coins into different categories. We can classify them on the basis of their color, of their shape, of their diameter, and of course their denomination. Now, supposing you're an alien and you turn up and you find these coins and you don't understand what the symbols mean. So you actually don't know what's a high value coin and what's a low value coin. And you want to find some way of differentiating between high value and low value coins. So some assumptions that you can make about what is high and low value is on the basis of things that you can observe, like the weight of each coin. And if you make the assumption that maybe a high value coin is one that weighs more, you would observe that perhaps the £1 coin is more valuable than the 1p coin, which has the least weight. Now, latent class analysis is a method of estimating probabilities into these different classes, into a high value or into a low value group. Value or importance is something we don't observe. We don't observe directly from each of these coins, if we're an alien race, of course, because we don't understand what each of these symbols are. So we can only infer it indirectly through things that we can observe. So latent class analysis basically estimates the probabilities of belonging into one class versus another class based on some observable characteristics. If those observable characteristics are continuously distributed variables like weight and size, we call that a latent profile analysis. If those observable characteristics are discrete variables like color, we call that latent class analysis. But basically, latent class and latent profile analysis are virtually the same kind of method. So once we can estimate the probabilities of belonging into a high versus a low value class for each case that we have, for each coin that we have a latent class analysis or latent profile analysis. Once we have those probabilities for each case, we can then find out what is correlated with being a high or low value coin or high or low value case. For example, we can correlate this piece of information with who has more of these high value coins and who has more of these low value coins. So the alien may also decide, well, they want to have more than two classes. Supposing you say the alien may think, oh, it's more important to think of three or more classes. Well, it's very easy to do that in latent profile or latent class analysis. And the important thing is that you don't have to decide a priori, you don't have to decide in advance how many classes you want, or how many classes you need, because you can use statistical criteria to decide, well, what is the minimum or maximum number of classes you need in order to describe your data more completely. So, like much of statistics, we can often find different kinds of ways of doing very similar kinds of analysis. Cluster analysis is another way of doing latent class analysis, which is a method of classifying cases into unobserved groups. Similarly, multivariate mixture estimation is just another name for calling latent profile analysis. Latent class and latent profile analysis belong to a wider group of models called structural equation models, which are a powerful tool of uncovering hidden observations, hidden relationships in your data set. So the next time you're on an alien planet or you're trying to discover hidden associations in your data, perhaps you could try using latent class analysis to uncover the relationships, the unknown hidden relationships in your data set between people.